You drift toward the designated coordinates. Your ship, the Wayfinder, is a mote of dust. It is a relic by the standards of others. But it is your home, and it is humanity's finest long-range scout. You are its sole occupant. They gave you a grand title, the Solar Cartographer. It sounds impressive on official broadcasts. It looks good etched on a plaque. Right now, it feels like a joke. You are a map maker about to meet gods, or something very close to them. The invitation was a simple pulse of light. It was encoded with a location, a point in space utterly empty of stars, a place that should not exist. It promised a convergence, a meeting of the galaxy's oldest voices. And for some reason, it invited humanity. It invited you. Your screens show nothing but blackness. No gravity wells. No stray radiation. Just a perfect void. The Wayfinder's engines are cold. You have been coasting on momentum for a week. Your heart thumps a steady rhythm. It is the only sound in the cockpit. A drumbeat in the face of infinity. Then you see it. A flicker. A single point of light where none should be. It is not a star. It is not a ship. It is something else entirely. It grows steadily in your viewport. A web of shimmering energy. This is the Great Map. It is not a projection on a screen. It is a physical construct in open space. Filaments of captured starlight twist and weave. They form constellations that have never been seen. They show galaxies beyond mortal reach. Its scale is breathtaking. Your small ship could park in a single glowing line, and it would be lost. You are the first to arrive, or so you think. The emptiness gives no clues. The silence offers no comfort. You bring your ship to a careful halt, a respectful distance from the luminous structure. You are a guest in a home of light. You will behave accordingly. You watch the map. It seems to breathe. The light shifts in slow, gentle waves. Colors change from soft blue to deep violet. It is hypnotic, beautiful, and deeply intimidating. What kind of power can build such a thing? What mind could conceive it? You run a low-level scan. Your sensors strain. They return nothing but nonsense, static and wonder. You have your orders. Observe, learn. Do not engage unless necessary. And above all, represent humanity with dignity. That last part feels the most difficult. How do you show dignity when you feel so small? You are a child who wandered into a council of elders, a very, very old council. A new light appears. This one is different. It is sharp and arrogant. A brilliant spear of emerald green. It resolves into a shape, a ship or a fleet of ships. They move as one. A perfect formation of crystalline vessels. They glitter and chime. The sound travels through the void itself. A music that vibrates in your teeth. The Keelar Imperium has arrived. Their reputation precedes them. Ancient, powerful, and profoundly arrogant. They believe they are the apex of star-born life. Everything else is a curious footnote, or a resource to be consumed. Their ships are works of art, each one a giant, faceted crystal. They sing with contained energy. The lead vessel is immense. It could swallow your home system's sun. Its song is a deep, resonant hum, a declaration of absolute superiority. They position themselves at the very heart of the gathering point, as if they own it, as if the map was made for them alone. They ignore your tiny ship completely. You are not even a fly to them. You are a stray photon, unworthy of notice. A broad transmission opens across all channels. It is not a greeting. It is a proclamation. The voice is melodious, but cold. It is coded in centuries of command. You recognize the signature of the Elder, One, the supreme leader of the Keelar. "We have come," the voice sings. "The Imperium is present. The Convergence may now be sanctified by our light. Let the lesser children of the stars behold us. Let them understand their place." The transmission ends. No room for reply. No acknowledgement of anyone else. You lean back in your pilot's chair. A small, dry smile touches your lips. Well, at least you know where you stand. Or rather, where you float. Somewhere very, very far beneath them. It's almost a relief. No one expects anything from a stray photon. It might even give you an advantage. The Kylar ships begin their work. They bathe the great map in scanner beams. Emerald light plays across the glowing filaments. They are not asking for information. They are demanding it. Their crystal engines hum at a higher frequency. The sound is grating now. A song of impatience. You watch their energy readings spike. They are putting on a show. A demonstration for any lesser children watching. You keep your own systems passive. You are a ghost, a silent observer. The Kylar methods are brute force. They are a hammer looking for a nail. They assume any lock will break if hit hard enough. You have a feeling this lock is different. This map is not a simple door. The Kylar seem to find nothing. Their powerful scans reflect back as gibberish. The same nonsense your own small ship received. You can almost feel their frustration. The melodious hum of their fleet gains a discordant edge. A sour note in their song of power. Good. Let them be frustrated. Let them tire themselves out. Your attention is drawn to a new disturbance, not of light or sound, but of its absence. A patch of the void grows darker. It is swallowing the distant starlight, a moving hole in reality. It is a chilling sight. It is a presence that feels fundamentally wrong. Shapes begin to resolve within that unnatural darkness. They are not made of metal or crystal. They look organic, like creatures born from the deepest, coldest ocean. Their hulls are chitinous and dark. They seem to absorb all light. There are dozens of them, then hundreds, all moving in perfect, horrifying unison. The synaptic hive is here. No grand entrance, no arrogant proclamation. They simply appear, a fleet of living ships, each one a monstrous beast of the vacuum. They drift forward without a sound, no engine flare, no energy signature you can detect. Their silence is a weapon. It is more terrifying than any war cry. The Kylar fleet stops its scanning. Their emerald ships hold still. Even their arrogant hum falters for a moment. The crystal fleet turns as one to face the newcomers. The two ancient powers now face each other. Light against dark. Song against silence. The space between them crackles with unseen tension. You watch from your forgotten corner. You are now an ant between two giants. This is a confrontation of ages. The hive ships are unsettling. They have limbs that trail behind them. Bioluminescent patterns pulse slowly across their dark carapaces. Are those lights for communication? Or are they part of some metabolic process? You do not want to know. One of the hive ships, larger than the others, moves forward. It is a gnarled, ancient thing. It looks like a leviathan carved from obsidian. Its presence feels heavy, a weight on your mind. You feel a faint, probing touch against your ship's defenses. It is not an electronic scan. It is something else, something mental. You reinforce your psychic shields, a standard precaution for human explorers. But you doubt they will hold against a direct assault. The hive does not broadcast on open channels. They do not speak in a way you can understand. But a message is still delivered. A feeling. A wave of pure, cold intelligence. It washes over your ship. It washes over the Kylar. It is a feeling of immense patience, of a mind that thinks in centuries. It communicates one simple idea. We are here. We are waiting. The Keelar are visibly agitated. Their engine song becomes a sharp, angry buzz. They are used to being the center of attention. The hive's silent arrival has stolen their stage. The elder one must be furious. A battle of egos between forces older than your sun. It would be funny if it were not so dangerous. You check your threat board. 2 elder races, one loud and proud, the other silent and spooky. And then there is you, the representative of a species that just learned to walk upright a few million years ago. Maybe bringing a packed lunch was a bit optimistic. You settle in to watch the show. This is what you were sent for, to witness history. More ships arrive, smaller fleets from lesser-known empires, vessels of polished chrome and swirling gas, ships that flicker in and out of phase with reality. The void is becoming crowded, a cosmic parking lot for civilizations. Each one takes a position. They form a great circle around the map, a silent audience for the main event. But the main event does not begin. The Keelar and the hive remain in their standoff. The map continues its gentle, silent breathing. It seems utterly indifferent to the powers gathered before it. It offered an invitation. It did not promise entertainment. Minutes stretch into an hour. The tension is a physical thing. You could cut it with a laser scalpel. The elder races are waiting. But for what? For the other to back down? For the map to do something? You have a sudden thought. What if this is the first test? A test of patience. If so, you feel the Keelar are about to fail spectacularly. And just as you think that, a new voice speaks. It does not come from a ship. It does not come over the comms. It blooms in your mind. It is in every mind here. Human, Keelar, hive, and all the others. The voice is impossibly old. It sounds like grinding galaxies. It sounds like the birth of stars. The voice is the map itself. The convergence is complete, it says. The words are not English. They are not Keelar. They are pure concept. Pure meaning, transmitted directly into your consciousness. You have been summoned. You have been chosen to witness. A wave of awe silences the assembled fleets. Even the Keelar engine hum dies down. The hive's mental pressure recedes. All attention is on the luminous web of light, on the voice that speaks from its heart. Beyond this reality is another. The map voice continues. A new space, a new beginning, a universe born from potential. It awaits its inheritors. It awaits those who are worthy. A new universe. The concept is staggering. Not a new galaxy, not a new star cluster, an entirely new existence. The prize is greater than anyone could have imagined. Conquest is meaningless. Empire is trivial. This is a chance for transcendence, a path to becoming creators of a new cosmic dawn. The key is the map, the voice explains. This map is the lock. Understanding is the key. The path is open to all, but it will yield only to the worthy. Your time begins now. The voice fades. The mental contact is broken. Silence returns, but it is a different kind of silence now. It is filled with ambition, with greed, with desperate, burning hope. Every ship here, from the grandest to the smallest, now has the same goal: to solve the puzzle, to unlock the path, to claim the ultimate prize. You look at the map. It is no longer just a beautiful structure. It is a gateway. It is a challenge. And it is the most important thing that has ever existed. The race has begun. A race of minds. The Keelar recover first. Their arrogance returns, magnified by the prize at stake. Their ships surge forward. They surround the map in a cage of emerald light. Their engine song is no longer a hum. It is a shriek of focused power. "The prize is ours by right, the elder." One's voice rings out again. This time it is sharp with command. "The Imperium will unlock the way. All lesser beings will stand aside. Do not interfere with the masters of star science. The threat is clear. They have claimed the map. They will brook no interference." The other fleets hold their positions. No one is foolish enough to challenge the Kylar directly. Not yet. The Hive remains silent. Their dark ships watch like patient predators. They seem content to let the Kylar try first, and fail. You watch the Kylar work. They are truly masters of energy manipulation. Lances of precisely controlled plasma scour the map's surface. Beams of exotic particles probe its depths. They are trying to peel it apart. To analyze its structure layer by layer, they are treating it like a piece of technology, a complex machine to be reverse-engineered. Your own ship systems are still passive. You are gathering data, but not from the map. You are gathering data on the Kylar, their energy frequencies, the modulation of their scanner beams. Their every action is a broadcast, and you are recording it all. They are so focused on the map, they have forgotten the audience. The map does not react. It absorbs every beam, every particle lance. It takes all the energy the Kylar can throw at it, and it does nothing. The light does not flicker. The structure does not yield. It simply soaks up the power like a sponge. You see a flicker of desperation in the Kylar assault. They are increasing the power, pushing their crystal engines to the absolute limit. The space around the map begins to distort. The emerald light is blinding. The sound is a physical blow, a constant, high-pitched scream of energy. Still nothing. The map remains serene, indifferent. All that power, all that technology, and it yields only static, only cosmic noise. The Kylar are failing, and the whole galaxy is watching. This is more than a technical problem for them now. This is a public humiliation. You can't help a small private smile. It's like watching someone try to open a door by shouting at it. They have the loudest voice in the galaxy, but the door doesn't care. It's the wrong key. They are so fixated on power, on force, they cannot see the obvious. This is not a test of strength. It is a test of understanding. The other fleets watch. You can feel their collective judgment. The Kylar's claim of mastery is looking very hollow. You see a few smaller ships start to run their own, more subtle scans. They are emboldened by the Imperium's failure. The race is quietly beginning for everyone else. The Hive remains motionless. Their silence feels heavier now. It feels like disappointment, or perhaps amusement. It is impossible to tell with them. They are a black hole of intention. You turn your attention back to the map, not to its structure, but to its light. You ignore the Kylar's violent light show. You filter it out. You look at the map's own gentle pulse, the slow shift of its colors. You have been watching it for hours. A pattern is starting to emerge, a rhythm, a heartbeat. While the elder races use grand displays, you use your senses, your human intuition. You are a cartographer. You look for patterns in chaos. You find paths where none are visible. The Kylar see a fortress to be breached. You see a current to be followed, a river of light with its own flow. Their great technologies yield only frustration. Your simple observation yields a clue. The map's light is not perfect. It is not a uniform, flawless glow. You magnify a single filament, a glowing thread the size of a solar system. There, in the river of violet light, a flicker, a tiny imperfection. It is a subtle thing, a single point of light that is slightly off-key. It pulses at a different rate from the rest of the map. It is almost invisible, a needle in a haystack of divine light. The Kylar's overwhelming scans would have washed it out. They would have dismissed it as sensor noise. But you see it. It is deliberate. It is a flaw with a purpose. You focus all of your ship's passive sensors on that one point. You are no longer watching the whole map. You are listening to a single, quiet whisper. The data streams in. It is not much, just a faint signal, a rhythmic pulse. But it is something. It is more than the great Kylar Imperium has found. You run the numbers, simple calculations. Your ship's computer is modest. It would be an antique in the Kylar fleet. But it is enough. The pulse from the flaw is not random. It is a frequency, a very specific frequency of light. It repeats in a complex but predictable sequence. A code. It has to be a code. It is the first thread, the first step on the path. Your heart beats faster. This is it. This is the moment your life has been leading to. The lone human, the forgotten cartographer, finding the key that the gods overlooked. You have a choice to make. You can keep this knowledge to yourself. Use it to try and solve the map alone. It is a tempting thought. Imagine the glory, humanity, the newcomers, showing the way for the ancient empires. But it is a foolish thought too. You do not have the resources. You do not have the power to exploit this discovery alone. And secrecy is a luxury you may not have. The Kylar are arrogant, not stupid. Eventually, they will abandon their brute force approach. They will start looking for subtler clues. They might find the flaw themselves. Or worse, they might detect your focused scans. And then their attention would fall upon you. A very undesirable outcome. A new transmission cuts through the noise. It is the Kylar again. The elder one sounds strained. Their royal we has been replaced by a furious I. My patience is at an end, the voice shrieks. The map resists with primitive tricks. It hides its secrets in noise. This is an insult to the Imperium, an insult to the laws of star science itself. You almost laugh. He is blaming the map for his own failure. He calls its defense a primitive trick. The irony is delicious. He is standing before the greatest marvel in history. And he is complaining that it's not user-friendly. His frustration boils over. The lead Kylar ship unleashes a new weapon. Not a scanner beam, but a wave of pure sonic force. It is designed to shatter matter, to vibrate an object into dust. The soundless scream rips through the void. It strikes the map with unimaginable force. The great map shudders. For the first time, it reacts to their assault. The filaments of light ripple violently. The gentle colors flash to a brilliant, angry crimson. The entire structure seems to cry out in pain. The sonic attack is damaging it. The Kylar are not trying to open the door anymore. They are trying to tear down the whole house. This changes everything. Your quiet observation is over. The Kylar in their rage are a threat to the map itself, a threat to the greatest discovery in history. You cannot let them destroy it. You have to do something. You open a channel, a narrow beam transmission, aimed directly at the Kylar flagship. You send only one thing, the frequency, the code you discovered, the small, quiet whisper of the map. You send it without commentary, without a greeting, just the pure data, a single, elegant string of numbers. It is a tremendous risk. You are revealing your hand. You are admitting that you, the insignificant human, found something they missed. Their pride will be wounded. They might see it as an act of mockery. They might turn that sonic weapon on you. But it is a risk you have to take. It is the only way to make them stop. The sonic assault falters. The piercing shriek dies down. The Kylar flagship holds its fire. Your data packet has been received. There is a long, tense silence. You feel the cold weight of their attention. The gaze of the Elder One is now fixed upon your tiny vessel. The stray photon is finally being noticed. A private channel opens, reserved for you alone. The voice of the Elder One fills your cockpit. It is low and dangerous. A predator's growl. Explain this. Data, he commands. Where did you get this frequency? What is its meaning? You keep your own voice calm. Steady. You are a cartographer presenting your findings. Nothing more. It is a resonance frequency from the map itself, you reply. A structural flaw, or a feature. Your sonic waves were causing interference. I isolated the baseline signal. Another silence. You can picture the scene on his bridge. The ancient, powerful leader, staring at a string of numbers provided by a primitive. His best minds are probably analyzing it now. Confirming your discovery, confirming their failure. The humiliation must be exquisite. A flaw, the Elder One muses. The word is filled with contempt. The work of the creators has a flaw, and a lesser being was the one to find it. This is illogical. He sounds like he is trying to convince himself, trying to deny the evidence you have handed him. Perhaps it is not a flaw, you offer gently. Perhaps it is a signature, a maker's mark, a place to begin the conversation. A conversation, he scoffs. We do not converse with machines. We command them. We master them. This is the Kylar way. He pauses. Your finding is noted. Your interference is a violation of our decree. But your data has minor merit. We will investigate it. He is trying to save face, to frame your discovery as a minor footnote to his own grand efforts. Fine. Let him have his pride. As long as he stops trying to smash the map into pieces. Do not transmit again, the Elder One warns. Your insignificant thoughts are not required. The Imperium will solve this. Your role as observer is now concluded. Remain silent or be silenced. The channel closes. You let out a breath you did not realize you were holding. Your hands are slick with sweat. You have stared into the eye of the beast, and for now, you have survived. The Kylar fleet changes its tactics. They stop the brute force attacks. They retune their scanners. They focus their vast power on the single point you identified. They are using your key. But something is wrong. They are still treating it as a lock to be forced. They bombard the flaw with the frequency you gave them. They amplify it. They try to use it as a drill, to punch a hole in the map's defenses. The map's light flickers erratically. It is not responding. It is resisting. They have the right note. But they are playing it too loud. They are shouting the password instead of whispering it. You watch their renewed failure with a sense of dread. They are learning the wrong lesson. They think your discovery was just a new type of hammer. A strange feeling touches your mind. Not the map's voice. Not the hive's cold presence. This is something new. A faint, cautious probe. It is not hostile. It is inquisitive. You lower a small fraction of your psychic shields. A gesture of tentative welcome. A direct thought materializes in your head. It is not a voice. It is a string of images and concepts. Ancient libraries, scrolls of forgotten data, a sense of long servitude, and a desperate plea for freedom. The thought is coming from a nearby ship, a small, unassuming vessel. It belongs to a client race of the Kylar, a species of archivists and librarians. They have served the Imperium for millennia. They maintain the great libraries of the Keelar. But they are not slaves. Not quite. They are indentured scholars. You focus on the source. A new private channel opens in your mind. This one is gentle, hesitant. We saw, the thought says. The concepts are clear. We saw what you did. You understand the quiet notes, not just the loud ones. You are cautious. This could be a trick, a test from the Keelar. Who is this? You transmit back, using your own mental discipline. My designation is Archivist. 7. The thought returns. My people have watched the masters for generations. They seek knowledge. But they mistake information for wisdom. They can read every book in the galaxy, but they cannot understand the story. You feel a sense of sincerity from the Archivist, a shared frustration. The story of the map is a subtle one, you agree. Yes, the Archivist sends. And the masters are not subtle. They will break the map before they listen to it. But you listened. We have knowledge that can help. Forgotten lore, stories of the creators, texts the masters dismissed as myth. This is an incredible offer. Access to the knowledge of the Imperium's oldest servants. Why would you help me, you ask? A stranger, a primitive, in the eyes of your masters. The reply is filled with a sad, ancient longing. The map offers a new universe, a new beginning. For my people, that means one thing. Freedom, a chance to build our own library. We will trade our knowledge for that chance. For a place on the path you are trying to open, it is a pact, an alliance of the overlooked, the forgotten human and the indentured alien, both standing in the shadow of giants. Together, you might have a chance to do what the great empires cannot, a chance to truly understand. What have you found in your lore? You ask the Archivist. The creators did not build with machines, the Archivist explains. They built with resonance, with harmony. The key is not a single frequency. It is a chord, a sequence of frequencies played in a precise order, a song of creation. This makes perfect sense. The Keelar are hammering a single piano key. They need to play the melody. Do you know the sequence? You ask, your hopes surging. We have fragments, the Archivist replies. Legends, riddles. The first note is the one you found, the maker's mark. The others are hidden, but the texts say they relate to the fundamental forces, the constants of the universe. You look at the map. You look at the furious, failing Keelar. And you look at your own simple control panel. You have the first note. The Archivist has the sheet music. Now you just have to learn how to play. Your secret work is about to begin. But it will not remain secret for long. The gaze of the Elder, one, is a heavy weight. And he does not suffer rivals gladly.